Story time with Sun Sister. So the other day when I went to the zoo, we were driving past what you call the Glass House Mountains, which actually are behind me from this beach here. You can see them. I tried to film it earlier and a pod of dolphins surprisingly just turned up, which was amazing. The Glass House Mountains, which is a cluster of mountains in the Sunshine Coast. And to get to the Australia Zoo, you have to drive past the mountains. And back to my signs and synchronicities, which I've been banging on about. I was driving with my family past the mountain, and my beautiful son had surprised us by wanting to take us to the zoo and had organized it all. So half jokingly, but half feeling like I was channeling a story through me, I was saying, today is a day that Mother Mountain has told me that you are graduating into manhood. And I continued the story all the way up to entering the zoo where my kids were kind of getting annoyed at me. Anyways, later on, I started thinking, why did I give that 10-minute speech? And it didn't quite feel like it was completely from me. I felt like it was being told to me by spirit. And after looking it up, I was blown away and nearly fell off my chair. Mount Beerwah is the tallest peak of the Glass House Mountains. She is actually known as the Mother Mountain by the traditional custodian peoples called the Bora or Gubi peoples. To my surprise, these mountains are actually recognized as a living family. And in Bora culture, she is extremely important, and the grounds are actually traditionally used as sacred birthing grounds. Now, I didn't know any of this, so it spun me out quite a lot on my daily adventure, like I was explaining the other day. And the Glass House Peaks represent a family of children that have to grow up and face challenges in life, which is a sacred rite of passage, right? Now, here's where it gets super weird. I also bought a drum recently. So that drum has a horse on it, and I called it Wild Horse. And I felt like that was the spirit that I am bringing through in that drum. So the smallest peak of the Glass House Mountains, one of the children is called Wild Horse, which is related to that mountain. So in indigenous cultures, everything has a heartbeat and a vibration to Mother Earth. So that drum, when I drum it, has been connecting me to spirit, which has actually been crazily teaching me these things without me realizing. And Wild Horse represents the passage of independence and freedom, which I was basically celebrating with Mother Mountain. And when I came down to the beach here, and I tried to film the mountains, even though it's quite overcast, I stood here in peace, and there's literally no one here. Like, it's just me. There's not even a fisherman or a pelican. And I was just standing here, and the most beautiful, like, family of dolphins turned up, maybe like 6 or 7 of them. And as I was trying to film the Mother Mountain, like, what are the chances of that happening? Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about. Following an adventure, following the signs and the synchronicities. This is why I'm writing a book on it. So people can be more connected to their selves, to spirit, to be so connected to spirit that you're following a trail of breadcrumbs and you don't really know where you're going, but it all has meaning. And at the same time, we're being taught by the universe. You don't need to go out and do expensive courses and programs and all of these things. If you can sit yourself in silence and in peace and in a neutral zero state, the universe will teach you, just as it has taught many First Nations people all around the world. In front of me, which you can't see, is the beautiful moon. And it's gorgeous. It's a full moon tonight. And it couldn't be more magical being here by myself. I wanted to share this with you. Another crazy thing about the Glasshouse Mountains. There's a lot of documented reports and research by ufologists that the Glasshouse Mountains are actually connected to ETs, UFOs, orbs. I've seen these things with my own eyes, and I used to live on this island, so I used to see things when I was younger that I questioned, but I didn't really understand. And I do understand it now. Something special about those mountains, and I can't quite explain it. I think people have also noted close to the mountain, at the bottom of the mountain, they feel an energy that makes you dizzy and makes you feel like the mountain's alive. Like there's something really special and important about those mountains. Our First Nations people were here for 60,000 years. The culture is very ancient, and we have no idea how important special sacred sites such as this are. Wherever you travel or wherever you go, even in your hometown or abroad, you should always really think about the land you're walking on, how you can talk to Mother Earth and the sky, the animals, the whole universe to be connected. And if you're lucky, she'll teach you just like she does me.